What's good, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Keazy Reelz. Today we're going to talk about the NBA fans' entitlement uh, with going to these games and harassing players. If you've been on the rock, it's been three incidents this week. Um, One with Russell Westbrook with popcorn being thrown at him. Utah, Ja Morant's parents was harassed with racial slurs. Um, and Trey Young was spat at in Madison Square Garden. So the NBA has a problem. Um, they the the teams address it individually, but the NBA has a problem. This is something that the NBA needs to really look into. Um, because it keeps happening. This is not like nothing new. It just keeps happening. Every year there's something. Every year there's something. Something happens. Um, and I don't. The NBA needs to take control and get a hold of this because it's ridiculous. It really is. I don't know. Like the fans that participated in this are idiots. Um, and they should be banned from going to public events like this. And from what I've read, all three participants, they were taken away, and they can't come back into the stadiums. In particular, the guy from that happened with the Sixers, his season tickets were revoked that he can't ever come back to Wells Fargo Center. So I'm closer to that, so that's how I kind of know more information on that. Um, because Sixers are my home team, that's my favorite team. So, um, what gives fans the right to do that? Like, let's have a serious, honest talk. Like, um, to me, I think it's entitlement. If you buy a ticket, you think you can do whatever you want into these players, and the aspect that I think that people are forgetting about that players are human, just like you're a human. We have human reactions when stuff like that happens. You can't expect somebody to really keep their cool when they're harassed. Yes, the athletes are the bigger person, but they're also human. Um, and fans should not be provoking players to do that. It's really a sense of entitlement. It's nasty. It's ridiculous. It should not be going on in the NBA right now. So just to kind of break down a lot of kind of what's been happening. I mean, this is Russell Westbrook's third or fourth incident with a fan. Third or fourth, and it's kind of just like when does it stop? So, I mean, when Russell Westbrook played in Utah, he got told get down on your knees like you're used to. Like, who says that to somebody? Also in Utah, he got called a boy throughout the whole game. Like, like I don't think people really realize the terms that they're using. Like, that's racist as fuck. Like, let's be honest. Like, where where is the entitlement for people to say this stuff? Openly say this stuff. The NBA has a problem. Not only does the NBA have a problem, but it's 2021 and people still have a problem. And these fans are fucking idiots. They really are. And the problem that I have with this whole thing is, how come we don't know what these fans look like? How come they're not posting the picture of these fans and plastering all over the place on who actually did this? Um, if the player did it, his face would be plastered all over the place so he get dragged through the mud. I want the same thing to happen to the fan. I want his employer to see how they act being outside of their job. They're spitting on people, like spitting on people, calling people like all these derogatory names and things like that. Like, don't you want to know who works for you, like as an employer, like I mean, to me, it just doesn't make any sense. For you to come into, I paid my ticket and I can say whatever I want, I do whatever I want. I mean, Russell Westbrook had another incident where somebody just stood up and gave him the middle finger. Another idiot. Like, who does that? And it's just like it just keeps happening. There's not there's not an incident like this happens every year, at least once, and over the past couple of years, and it's starting to get ridiculous. I'm all for protect the players. I'm all for, having them be protected because this is actual assault. And I mean, Trae Young, I mean, he got spit on. Like, in what world are we living in where you think you could just spit on a player and nothing happens to you? Like, it's just ridiculous to me. I really don't understand how people think that that's cool. Oh, let me just stand up and spit on a player. Like, and people don't expect the malice of the palace, not to ever happen again. Like, I wonder what's on people's minds when they're actually going through the action to do this, or to say this, or to do whatever they're going to do. Like, are you looking to fight? Are you looking for a reaction? Like, what are you actually looking for in doing with the actions that you did? Like, I mean, that man should have been arrested for assault. He spit. It's Corona. What's happening here? Y'all fans are idiots, real idiots. And the players, they're right. They should be standing up and they should be protected. I mean, for goodness sake, Ja Morant, when he was playing in Utah, his father was, explained the words that was getting said to them while his son was playing. And I mean, I'll put a nickel in your back and watch you dance. That's one thing that they said to him, to Ja Morant, while his parents was there. And told his mother to shut the F up, you B. What? What is happening here? And why is Utah always on this list? The NBA needs to look into it. They really do. Why is Utah always on this list? Yeah, talk to me, guys. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about it. Let's really, really talk about it. The entitlement that players have, the entitlement that the fans have is unreal. You can't, oh, you suck. Yeah, nobody cares about that. But this is specific stuff, like undertones that we're talking about, like that they're saying in here. Like, it's horrible. Chanting and stuff, throwing stuff, like spitting. This is just not where we should be at. We should be able to go watch a game and not have to tell people to chill out about what you're saying, or why did you spit on somebody, or why did you throw popcorn on somebody. Like, what kind of world are we living in? And I want to see those faces. I want to see who did it. That person should be able to be researched and harassed just like they harass the players. When you do stuff like that, you get what's coming to you. I'm a firm believer in that. So I really think that the NBA has a problem. They need to address it. They can't just have the local team do something about it. That the NBA has to do something about it. They have to institute some type of right or law in here where you can't be doing this. Write some type of language on the ticket to say that you can be prosecuted or arrested. Like, because what's going to happen with this? Like, they're just going to walk away. They just got their season tickets taken away, or they just got kicked out. Like, that's it. Like, they're not going to go to jail. They're not going to be prosecuted. Like, it's just like a little slap on the wrist. Okay, yeah, I can't go to the games no more. So, but they're still walking around in the street. Like, let's be honest here, y'all. Like, something more needs to happen. Really, something more needs to happen. So let me know what y'all thoughts are about this topic. Leave your comments below. And thank y'all for tuning in for another edition of Keazy Reelz. I'll be back with the next episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. Peace.